Aquaman is uncomplicated, is simple. He's got good zoning, good anti-zoning. He has a he has good range, which I like. I like characters with good range, good overheads, and on top of that, he does big damage.
So I like Batman because he has a pretty good rushdown game. He has a lot of options. I mean, he does have some bad matchups here and there, but I think with his tool set, especially his trait, you kind of have an answer for everything. The risk reward isn't always there, but he's a really cool character, and I told myself that I'm going to be using him for this tournament. Maybe the next one will be someone different, but for now, yeah, he's awesome. So what was going through my mind? I was actually freaking the hell out as soon as I found that I'm playing Stifonto. I know he's an Aquaman player. I've never actually played him before, but it's a really tough matchup for Batman. I mean, just to say, I think the matchup is about 7-3, maybe worse, in Aquaman's favor. So I was just trying to think, how am I going to get in? What is he going to abuse? What is he going to use? I had no idea. So it was kind of like show and tell match.
Well, first he went for Batman, so that plays directly into Aquaman because he has a was from the deep. It's sort of like a tracking projectile from that comes under you. Batman doesn't have a real answer to that unless you really know how to use him. So he tried to use his trait and come at me with a low mid. It worked a few times, but as soon as I knew what he was doing, it didn't.
So I really struggled in that match. The problem with Aquaman is that he has a really good wake up, which kind of kills Batman's whole rushdown game. As soon as you have a character that has an answer for that, I lose maybe about 60 to 70% of my offense. Uh, the other problem I had is that my optimal range is right next to the guy, and his optimal range is pretty much half screen, and he can zone me from full screen. I can't really do anything. I can't dash back or forward. I can't jump. I just have to sit there and eat his mix-ups all day. So it was really tough. I think it always comes down to patience at the end of the day. I mean, I'm not saying that the match is unwinnable. It just took a lot of effort, and I think I was just outplayed. So props to Stefanto.
After the first match, I noticed what his pattern was, and my main concern was he gonna change it up? Was he gonna try something different? That was the that was the main thing. Wasn't too concerned. He's a good he's a good player, but he didn't turn it up. Didn't switch up his play, so I basically knew what he was gonna do.
The first match, which I think I did okay. I was just hoping to maybe try and score some knockdowns, maybe apply some cross-up pressure, but unfortunately I couldn't knock him down at all, and I couldn't even get close to him. He did a really good job of keeping me out. His mix-ups were pretty good, and yeah, I mean, I just thought I'd just play. I think after a few more matches with him, things might have been differently, but you know what? It's the first of two. I'm really hoping to play him again in the second tournament, and I think I'll do a much better job. But yeah, it was awesome.
While playing Draeka is always going to be challenging. He knows the game, he knows the mechanics of the game, so he's clued up on it. You don't take it for granted that you're playing Draeka and you're going to win.
I think everything went wrong as soon as I decided to stick with Batman in the first match. I knew it was going to be a bad matchup. You know, if the guy was, say, half as good, maybe I would have had a better chance, but I think I was just a bit stubborn. I mean, if you look at some of the best players out there, like Forever King, you know, as soon as he goes against an Aquaman, he always changes his character, even though he's a loyalist to Batman. So it's pretty rough. But I think in future I just need to extend my character arsenal. I had the same problem in Mortal Kombat. I just stuck to Sub-Zero all the time, and I just got lamed out by characters with better matchups.
I feel I feel confident after taking the win, but I'm not gonna rest on my laurels. I'm going to go back, practice more, work on my mix-ups, work on my plans and my patterns, and just do my best in the remaining hits.